Beach, Florida is home to Hankster's Hot Rods, Muscle Car, and Collector Car Showroom. Where we own all of our vehicles, we are not a consignment dealership. If you're watching this presentation on YouTube, check out our website, which is hanksters.com. There is where you can find all of our most current inventory. These YouTube videos, they never come down. They stay up at all times between our two locations. We use the same YouTube channel for both our Daytona Beach showroom as well as our Homer City, PA store. However, when a vehicle is funded in full, that particular unit comes down off of our website, letting you know it has been sold and is no longer available for sale. HankstersGarage.com. Not only do we sell and distribute automotive parts and accessories throughout the United States, but more importantly, we install them. So if you're watching one of our video presentations and you would like a different wheel and tire package, maybe you would like AC added, power disc brakes, power steering, different dash, different interior, maybe custom exhaust, we can take care of all those needs for you prior to your vehicle shipping. HankstersGarage.com. Check that out as well. So we do pretty well with this particular type of vehicle, and what I'm referring to is an El Camino. So we're going to check this one out. We have a 1987 with a small block 350. It does have power brakes. It does have power steering, and you can't see the power steering reservoir down there because it's buried underneath the AC compressor, which it also has. So, steering, brakes, AC. Maroon color car. Let's check it out. The car, it's a driver quality 1987 El Camino, but very nice looking car. First of all, the paint on the top of the hood is in real nice shape. The hood scoop there is in real good condition, and then the paint colors laid uniform, and there's no issues whatsoever, no cracking, fading, any kind of debris in the paint whatsoever. It's the same in the front fascia. It looks like it's in pretty good condition. The fascias there up front on this vintage of El Camino, they have a tendency to want to flex. You got some spider webbing going on and cracking going on. There's nothing going on this particular El Camino. We don't have a whole lot of history on the car, but what I can tell you is it has a brand new rebuilt transmission in it. We did the rebuild on the transmission. It's not something we normally do, but it didn't want to shift properly, so we had to rebuild the tranny. So the transmission is a brand new build on the car. As far as the motor and the paint, we do not have any documentation on that. Front fender on the driver's side, in real nice condition, both high and low. The car does have a pinstripe that starts out on the driver's side front fender and continues down the entire body of the car, which is also going to be the same on the passenger side. 5-star American Racing wheels. Those look to be in pretty good condition, along with the lug nuts and center caps. The raised white leather tires are radials. SS El Camino badging on the driver's side door. That's also in pretty good shape. That is vinyl on there. I'm sure you guys already know that. It's not painted, but all the vinyl on the car looks to be in good condition, from the pinstriping to the El Camino to the SS logos. The front windshield on the car, real nice condition. No cracks or chips there. The dash pad itself, looking through the front windshield, also looks to be in pretty good shape. The car does have dual mirrors, one on the driver, one on the passenger. There is a small little spot there. It looks like maybe a little bit of clear coat fade going on, just a tad there at the top of the driver's side mirror. The body lines on the car are real nice, and the door fitment on both sides. So let's start with the driver door. As you can see, we take a couple steps back from the car. The door fitment's nice to the front fender and to the rear bed side, and then down low to the rocker panel. Does have a few small chips there on the driver door, probably from where either somebody opened it up in the garage into something or brushed the door up against something. But the rest of the paint on the door looks to be in pretty nice condition, high and low. There's no issues going on there that need to be addressed from a paint standpoint. Let's check out the interior. So, big long door panel on this car, and it has a couple different types of material going on. Of course, you have vinyl up top there, and then of course you drop down to your armrest, and then carpeting at the bottom of the door panel. Power windows, power door locks, we'll find out on the test drive if those work. It does have an aftermarket wood steering wheel, Chevrolet. I'll show you the carpeting in the back. Not that you can really do anything back there except maybe set something, but carpeting's in decent condition, not faded or torn or anything like that. Does have floor mats in it, black floor mats. The material of both the driver and passenger seat is cloth. It's, you know, it shows some age. However, nothing's heavily stained or torn inside the vehicle. You do have some piping there coming out of the headrest on the driver's side, just a tad. But the actual entryway here from the driver's side, both the seat back and the seat bottom are in good shape. Same thing with the front carpeting. You can see once again, you know, no real issue there. Got a newer set of black floor mats in it. It is an automatic car. You can see the center console looks to be in pretty decent condition. The gauge clarity on this car is real nice up there where, you know, your RPM, tach is, fuel gauge, speedo, nice and clear. It's got the original AC Delco factory radio in it. We will see if that works on the test drive. Looks like it has the original headliner in it. You can see the dome light illuminates when I open up the driver door. Not a bad looking car on the inside. So now we'll check paint on the roof. That's also in pretty decent condition. I don't know if the car is an entire repaint. Certainly sections of it definitely have been repainted, but the paint quality on the car throughout the vehicle is pretty nice. Bedside is nice and straight. There's no waves or any kind of heavy body work that's been done. You can tell that by looking down the side of the car. Once again, you got the 5-star American Racing wheels with the raised white letter radials on it. You got a chrome exhaust pipe sticking out there behind the driver's side rear wheel. I believe it's the same on the passenger side. If I recall correctly, it is a set of duals. Your rear window glass clarity in pretty nice shape. Does have a tonneau cover on it. We'll put that tonneau cover up. It's is on a shock system, just enough to open it up to get some stuff in there. You got a pull handle here to open your rear, if I could talk, rear tailgate. The bed is painted black. It's like a textured, you know, whatever people are putting in nowadays, you know, rhino liner type material. It used to be only rhino liner and Line-X. Those were the only two players in the game. Now pretty much everybody's got something in a can. You can spray in these truck beds, El Camino beds. You know, inside of Jeeps, on the floor. So it, you know, nice and solid, both up top and underneath. We're showing you up top right now, and of course we will take a look at the underneath of the car here momentarily when we are doing our undercarriage presentation. Let's take a look at the passenger side of the car. Once again, you know, the body lines on the car are real nice, both driver and passenger side. You have no issues there. Yeah, so there's that chrome exhaust tip on the passenger side, just as it was on the driver's side. So you do have a set of duals with a chrome exhaust tip. Your chrome up top here that encompasses the bed of the car and the rear windshield. Everything looks to be in pretty nice shape. No paint issues on the bed side, on the passenger side either. Your pinstriping down the passenger side of the car. Of course, right now we're at the rear bed. Take a look at it when you're on the, you know, when we're on the passenger side door, and then of course on the front fender. The pinstriping on the car is in real good condition. No paint issues down low. So we're getting a shot of the rear quarter right now in front of the passenger side rear tire, and then the bottom of the door also in good shape. You know, there's what I'm referring to is paint blisters, paint chips, things of that nature. At the bottom of the door. You do have, there is a little chip there down at the rocker. Of course, you know, your rocker panels take the road debris and whatnot. This is just a driver quality, you know, 1987 El Camino. It's not a rotisserie restoration or a car that we're going to be asking 50 grand for. It's just, you know, a nice nostalgic piece that has steering, brakes, and air, and if you wanted to, you could use the thing as a daily driver. Passenger side of the car, once again, your door panel's in real nice shape. Your dash up there is in real nice condition. I mentioned earlier in the presentation you have the original AC Delco radio. I will be interested to see if that thing actually works. I remember working in a Chevy dealership, and we used to have a cage that we kept the radios in, and they were real expensive back in the day, and I'm sure they still are for a factory radio. A little different nowadays, all touchscreen and all that stuff, Bluetooth and whatever else they put in them. The seat on the passenger side, you know, 2 bucket seats, of course, center console, automatic, little flip-up lid there for a center console. Everything's in nice shape, from the seat to the cushions, to the material, to the center console. Pretty good condition. All your glass clarity is pretty nice too. You know, is it perfect? No, but you know, it's not excessively scratched. You know, we're dealing with a 1987 here, not a 1967, so it is a little newer for what we you know, normally deal in, but you know, still a classic vehicle. You know, the one that would be considered or deemed a classic car. Your SS logo on the passenger side door is the same as the driver's, in nice shape, not peeling, not faded, not chipped. All 4 wheels look to be in pretty good shape. Looks like a newer set of wheels and tires on the car. Yeah, just a nice looking car. Like I said, we do well with these El Caminos. In fact, we've sold a couple through our showroom here that have been middle 80s El Caminos that never even made the website. You know why? Because, like I said, they have steering, they have brakes, they have air, and you can use them as a daily driver, and they're inexpensive. So people walk in and they see them, and inexpensive cars sell quickly. It doesn't really matter what it is. It's just if it's a cheap car that looks good and runs good, it sells. So, and this one's going to be no exception. 1987 Chevrolet El Camino 350, steering, brakes, and air. We're going to take it outside and we're going to put it up in the air on the lift and check out the undercarriage, and then we'll do a short little test drive, hopefully before the rain gets started here in Daytona. I encourage you guys to come in person to our showroom. We have a beautiful facility here in Daytona Beach. We're proud of it. We have at least 60 cars on hand at any given time. Right now I think we're sitting at like 65, 66 vehicles. Not all of them are here. Some of them are, you know, going through the process in our service department or in our reconditioning center. You know, but we have a lot of cars here for you to see. An awesome business operation, building, staff. So come to Daytona. If you're interested in this 1987 El Camino, we'll pull it outside for you. You can check the car out yourself. You can pop the hood open. You can put the tonneau cover up. You can roll the windows up and down. Check it out for yourself. We'll put it in the air for you if you want us to. We'll put it up in the rack. You can check out the bottom of the motor, transmission, you know, your tire condition, your floor pan condition. We'll let you take it on a test drive. You can see how that 350 performs, what the response in the throttle is, how the brakes feel, how the car rides. This way, when the vehicle shows up wherever you might be located in the United States or in the world, there are no surprises because you were here and you went over the car for yourself. I buy these cars, sell these cars, drive these cars, work on these cars 6.5 days a week, so I'm very familiar with them. You may not be. Therefore, when you visit our Daytona Beach showroom, we will try to familiarize you with the car as best we can. Tell you how to store the car, tell you what type of gas to use, tell you what type of oil to use, and answer any other questions you might have about the vehicle. If your first classic car purchase, visit our showroom and we'll give you a good experience. We'll give you a good experience sight unseen too, but you know, if you're a more specific or particular buyer, I definitely encourage you to come in person. We sell a lot of units between our 2 stores. We've been doing it a long time, over 20 years up in PA and over going on 9 years here in Daytona. So we move a lot of units, and the majority of that is done sight unseen. At the end of the day, we're an internet-based business, and that's what we do, day after day, month after month, year after year. But once again, I encourage you guys to make the purchase in person. Let's take the El Camino outside. We'll throw it up in the air and check out the undercarriage, and then we'll do a short little test drive to show you how the car runs out. Underneath our 87 El Camino, you have disc brakes up front. Let's get shot past the cross member of the front seal. That looks to be nice and dry at this time. Oil pan. You can see up there. So look at those freeze plugs. They look good. Oil pan gasket looks good. Unfortunately, your passenger side is a little bit harder to see. You got some lines in the way, starter in the way. I don't see anything dripping. Flywheel is covered. Transmission was rebuilt 2/22/23 by Earl's Quality Transmission. Transmission pan gasket's nice and dry. The floor pans in the car look good. Both driver and passenger side. We'll pan both of them. Looks like they're all one solid piece. Doesn't look like anything's been sectioned in, patched, or spliced. Your frame rails also look good on both sides, driver and passenger. It doesn't appear that there's any holes in the frame that are not supposed to be there. Exhaust system looks good overall. The welds are pretty good. I do not see anything here in terms of any kind of rust or rot. When you go to the back and either side of the drive shaft, you have dual mufflers. Like I said, in the showroom, you got dual exhaust there sticking out of either side, a bedside, driver and passenger. Nice chrome tips. The rear end, 10 bolt, nice and dry. Your bed area there, nice and solid. No issues. Gas tank looks to be in good shape. You do have a little hitch there if you'd like to tow something small, little boat, kayak, jet ski, something like that. Your tires are in good condition. Not only the tread depth, but also your, on an older car, classic car, you got to look at the tire age as well as the tread depth because, a lot of these cars are not daily drivers. They are not, used every single day. So therefore the tires, although the tread might be in good shape, the age might not be so good. And if you got a old dry tire, you might have a blowout. 1987 Chevrolet El Camino. Let's drop it down on the ground, take it on a test drive, and show you guys how it runs. But before we do that, let's talk about some payment options. If you're a cash buyer, we do cashier's check from your bank. If you're coming to see us in person, of course, you can bring us cash if you'd like to. And then the last payment method, and the most common payment method, is bank wire transfer. That's pretty much what all of us are used to nowadays, right? Pay all our bills online, pay all of our, mortgage payment, credit card payments, whatever payments, car payments. Not too many people writing checks anymore. So electronic bank wire transfers generally are our most common method of payment. If you're financing, the collector car lenders we work with will do 5 to 15-year loans on these classic cars. 10% down is going to be your minimum down payment. So if you're talking about a $30,000 car, you're talking about $3,000 out of pocket. You can do more if you'd like to, but they are going to require a minimum of 10% no matter what your credit score, how strong. No prepayment penalty on the loan. So if you get approved for, let's say, a 7-year loan on this El Camino, you decide you want to pay it off in 2, they aren't going to penalize you for doing so. That makes it nice to have one of the loans too. Once we are funded, the car goes in order through a pre-delivery inspection process in the order that we're funded. We check lug nut, torque, tire pressure on the tires, check, make sure that AC is still blowing cold, wipers are working, horns working. Old cars, anything can happen. Anything can stop working, anything can start leaking at any given time. Therefore, we put the vehicle through one last final shakedown and green light it prior to it leaving our facility heading your direction. Once the vehicle is through inspection, it goes through detail, and then if we are handling the shipping, a carrier gets dispatched. We could typically have a truck here within 48 hours time, but if there's a holiday in there, or if you're in a more rural or remote destination, allow us 4 or 5 business days. We'll get it done. We've done this a couple times. We've got the whole process kind of streamlined. It doesn't really take us all that long to secure a driver for the shipment. And then, of course, delivery time is going to be based on where you're located in the United States, how many other vehicles are on board, weather conditions, driver sleep patterns, holiday weekends, things like that. But I promise you, the whole process works a lot faster than you might think it does. Like I said, we've done this a couple times over the years. We've got everything down pat, and we'll get you your car as soon as we possibly can. We know you're excited to get your vehicle. We're excited we got your business. We will get the car there quickly. Let's set our 87 El Camino down on the ground. We'll take it on a test drive and show you how it runs. Okay, inside our 87 El Camino, you have tilt wheel, turn signals, driver's side, passenger side, tack, fuel works, battery voltage works, oil pressure works, and I'm sure temp works. We'll find out here in a minute. 37,761 is the miles on the odometer. Title reads exempt, true miles unknown. That could be 137. It could be actually 37. Don't know. Wipers. We do have our AC on for the sake of me showing it to you guys. So the blower motor only has 2 speeds, low and medium. There is no high. So know that. The radio does work.
Through my warehouse, and so yeah, any of those sales.
So believe it or not, the radio works. I don't know if the tape deck works. Didn't try it. Not gonna try it. Don't have a tape. Horn works. Locks. Windows. Actually, I'm gonna do the. We're only like 75 right now, so I'm gonna do the windows down. Passenger side. They both go all the way up and all the way down. I'm not going to bore you guys with watching that. So we're idling nicely. We'll find out here in a couple moments if the temp gauge works. The dash area there, glove compartment area, looks to be in pretty good shape. Same thing with the center console. I told you guys earlier, in pretty nice condition. Headliner and sun visors look to be original. There is a little bit of you know, you could tell that it's old, from 87. To me, it looks like anyways, so. Is there anything else to show you? Horn, turn signals, gauges, AC, radio. I think that's it. Let's take it on a drive, see how it runs. I know the transmission shift's fantastic because I drove it about 12 times after we got it rebuilt, so that shift's awesome, and the motor has good power. And also the exhaust has a nice rumble to it, so it sounds kind of like a badass, mean car. But it's not excessive, as you can tell when we're sitting here idling, so let's drive it. So the 350 to me seems like it might be a little built. It does have a nice amount of power. The car tracks nice and straight when you let go of the wheel. Steering wheel is aligned nicely. The steering is nice and tight. There's no shake, shimmies, vibrations, any kind of that stuff going on with the drivetrain. Your speedo's working. See how it's not bouncing around? Pretty nice car. Like I said, when you take off from the traffic light, the exhaust has a nice throaty sound to it, a deep little rumble, you know. So we'll take it around the corner up here. We'll bang it through a couple gears. Show you that we'll try to get it. Uh-oh, here comes the rain. We're gonna get wet. I'm gonna show you the car can get, you know, 50, 55, 60 miles an hour. It depends on how much road we have in front of us. Brakes stop nicely. 0 vibration or pulsation in the brakes. That's actually 65. We'll shut it off there. Coming down. 55 miles an hour. It's a nice car. Like I said, you could use this thing as a daily if you wanted to. Pretty nice unit. 1987 Chevrolet El Camino 350. 386-944-9219 is our contact phone here in Daytona Beach. Hanksters.com is our website. So we can find all the photos of this car, along with this video presentation you're watching right now. At full retail price, our 87 El Camino includes shipping in the lower 48 United States to you on an enclosed carrier. It also includes a powertrain warranty. Warranty covers internal components of the engine, the transmission, and the rear end. It does not cover brakes, starters, batteries, alternators, tires, gaskets. It's just going to cover major mechanical breakdowns. Is the price of the car negotiable? It most certainly is. If we negotiate the price of the car, the warranty comes off. The warranty is good at full retail price only. Also, the shipping comes off. At full retail price, we do everything. We give you the confidence and the security of the warranty. And then we do everything on the shipping end of things too. We vest the driver, make sure they're properly licensed, bonded, and insured to take the car. We set up the pickup. We set up the delivery. When the driver comes to pick up the car, we pay him then and there, so you don't have to dish out any money when the car arrives. At a negotiated cost, you're going to do that yourself, whether you come pick the car up and drive it home, whether you come pick the car up and trailer it home, or whether you have your own carrier. If you don't have any of the above, or the willingness or ability to come and get the car, we can put you with a shipping broker that can assist you with your shipping needs. They can find you a carrier. You can choose whether open or enclosed. You know, it's a little cheaper to ship open, but if you ship enclosed, the car gets there nice and clean and it's protected from the elements while in transport. I think that covers everything. That warranty I spoke of is good at any ASE certified facility in the United States. Once again, it covers internal components of the drivetrain, so you don't have to bring it back to Florida, to Hangster's Hot Rods, or take it to a special muscle car dealership. You can probably take it to the same person that's working on your daily driver. Hangster's Hot Rods is located in Central Florida, sunny Daytona Beach, and once again, our website's hangsters.com. Check us out.